many. But remember this truth: wealth without wisdom is waste. God's blessings require stewardship. When He fills your bank account, ask Him for guidance on how to use it. Not every opportunity deserves your investment. Not every request deserves your money. Divine wealth is meant to multiply when directed by divine instruction. If you manage it wisely, it will grow beyond generations. You will not only be blessed, you will establish a legacy of provision that your children, their children will walk in. Do not be surprised when people begin to notice the change in your life. They will wonder how it happened. They will question your methods, but you will know it was God. It was His favor that opened doors, His mercy that covered mistakes, His plan that orchestrated every divine connection. Stay humble, for humility keeps the flow of wealth alive. Pride stops blessing. Gratitude multiplies them. Each time you thank God for what you have, you make room for more. Even now, God is arranging things in your favor. There are contracts waiting to be signed, accounts ready to be credited, ideas waiting to be funded. You may not see it yet, but heaven is not silent. The spiritual transaction has already taken place. It is only a matter of time before it manifests in your reality. You must continue to declare, God is my source. My account will overflow because God has spoken increase over my life. Keep speaking it, because your words create the environment for miracles. What you confess consistently becomes your experience. Some of you are worried because you have made financial mistakes in the past. You think that because you failed before, you have lost your chance. But God does not operate by human records. His mercy rewrites your story. What you lost, He can restore in double measure. Do not let guilt make you believe that you are disqualified. If anything, your failures have qualified you to handle success with wisdom. God is the master of restoration. He specializes in giving people more than they lost. When you begin to see signs of divine increase, don't slow down your faith. This is the time to trust even deeper, because when God opens the floodgates, your faith must expand to receive it. Do not be afraid of big numbers. Do not doubt your capacity to manage abundance. God would not fill your account if He had not already expanded your spirit to handle it. He keeps before He delivers. He strengthens before He supplies. The days of survival are ending. You are moving into a season of surplus. What once drained, you will now bless you. The same work that once barely sustained, you will now overflow with profit. People who used to pity you will look to you for wisdom. God is rewriting your financial destiny. You are no longer the borrower. You are becoming the lender. You will no longer chase after opportunities. They will chase after you. God is placing a divine mark of abundance upon your life. You must understand that when God fills your bank account, it is not just about numbers, it is about influence. Wealth gives your voice in places that would otherwise ignore you. God is about to position you in places of impact. Your generosity will shift systems, your ideas will change economies, and your giving will become a form of worship. God is raising you not just as a recipient of wealth, but as a distributor of it. You see, when God decides to lift a person, no force on earth can pull them down. When God declares increase over your life, even the systems designed to keep you poor will begin to favor you. This is how divine wealth operates. It does not need permission from the world to manifest. It flows directly from the authority of God. Some of you have been overlooked for too long. You have been faithful. You have worked hard. You have prayed, and yet it felt as if nothing was changing. But I tell you, the season of silence was never punishment, it was preparation. God was aligning the right circumstances so that when the blessing comes, you will not lose it. He was teaching you endurance, integrity, and discipline, because these are the foundation that hold the true wealth. God never pours His abundance into a heart that still doubts His faithfulness. That is why He allowed certain delays to build your faith until it could sustain what He is about to release. Many people collapse under the weight of blessings they were not ready for. But you, yes, you have been trained in the fire. Every disappointment was a lesson. Every loss was a setup for gain. Every night you cried was watering the seeds of your harvest. And now, the ground is fertile. The harvest is near. The wind of divine provision is blowing toward you, and it carries your name on it. The wealth that God is about to release into your hand is not just for comfort, it is for calling. God blesses people not so they can boast, but so they can build. You are about to become an instrument of transformation. Your prosperity will be the proof that faith works. Your abundance will silence the mockery of those who said you would never rise. God is not filling your account merely to add the numbers, but to add the influence, to add the reach, to add the impact. You will finance visions. You will lift others. You will open doors for those who had no key. That is the true purpose of wealth, to serve the divine will of God on earth. Many think that wealth is evil, but the truth is this: wealth in the wrong hands is dangerous, but wealth in the hands of the righteous is divine power. God is raising a generation that will hold wealth without worshiping it, that will use money as a servant and not as a master. He is calling you to that level, to rise beyond survival into stewardship. When you manage what you have with faithfulness, God multiplies it. That is why the little you have now is not insignificant, it is a seed. When you sow it in obedience, it becomes the doorway to the overflow. Hear this clearly. Poverty is not God's design for your life. Scarcity is not your destiny. God does not delight in watching you beg for what He already prepared for you. You were created to walk in divine abundance, to manifest the fullness of His provision. Everything on earth belongs to God, and you are His creation. Why then would He withhold what is His from you? The delay you have faced is not a denial. It is divine timing. God gives at the appointed time, not when your fear demands it, but when your spirit is mature enough to receive it. Some of you are about to experience financial miracles that defy logic. Money will appear from unexpected places. Debts will be canceled without reason. Contracts you forgot will resurface with greater rewards. You will receive calls that change your financial destiny overnight. This is not fantasy, it is the manifestation of divine favor. When God decides to reward the faithful, He does it in ways that human minds cannot calculate. He will use strangers, system, and circumstances to serve your destiny. You will stand in awe and say, "This is the doing of God." But listen, the moment you begin to receive, never let pride enter your heart. Remember the source. Gratitude is the magnet that keeps blessings flowing. The more thankful you are, the more God entrusts to you. Thank Him not only for what you see, but for what you are expecting. Gratitude is faith in action. It declares that you already believe the promise before you see it fulfilled. And when your gratitude rises like incense to heaven, God releases more. Some of you have been taught to fear money. You were told that wanting abundance is wrong. But let me tell you, desiring the manifestation of God's blessing